Hey everybody, Mama Hen back at you again with a brand new video. Today I'm going to be baking off a strawberry pound cake. Now I'm only going to be doing a quarter batch. So if you want a full batch, which would be 4 quarters, you want to quadruple the recipe. So what I've got here in my blender is a half a cup of sugar, a tablespoon of instant vanilla pudding mix, because you know I add instant vanilla pudding mix to just about all my recipes. So with that, I'm going to blend 8 tablespoons of unsalted butter, good unsalted butter. And I'm just going to cream those ingredients together. So here we go. Now, if I were making a full batch, I would add 3 sticks of butter and about 4 tablespoons of butter flavored Crisco. But since I'm only baking a quarter batch for a very small bundt cake, I'm just going to use butter this time. And I'm going to cream those ingredients. Cream the ingredients so that they're well blended. Once that's done, I'm going to add 1 large egg. Now for a full batch, you're going to do 6 eggs. For a quarter batch, 1 egg is enough. And just blend that. Till it's nice and creamy. To that, I want to add my 3/4 of a cup of cake flour, to a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And I want to alternate the dry ingredients with the sour cream, which is going to be a little, maybe about 1/3 of a cup, just a little extra, 1/3 of a cup of sour cream. And blend. Then I'm going to add the rest of my flour. Now you can use regular all-purpose flour if you don't have cake flour. But in addition to the regular all-purpose flour, for every cup, you want to minus 3 tablespoons and add 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. Okay? And I'm going to continue to blend. It's just that I like to use cake flour for certain cakes because it gives it just a little better texture. Now to that I'm going to add a teaspoon of pure almond flavoring and a teaspoon of butter flavoring. Use good ingredients. This is the brand that I use. Okay, last but not least, oh, and to the dry mix, I added about a quarter teaspoon of cardamom, C-A-R-D-M-O-N, cardamom. Now, the last ingredient that I want to add, well, I'm going to add a little bit of strawberry flavoring, just a little bit, mainly for the color. Just add a little bit. And last but not least, I'm going to add a quarter cup of strained frozen strawberries, okay? Just add that to the batter. Make sure you drain the strawberries because you don't want any excess liquid. It'll make the cake too heavy. And just blend that up real good. Don't over mix. And then my oven has already preheated to 350 degrees. Now, if you're doing a baking in an aluminum pan, your temperature needs to be at 350. If you're baking in a heavy, like cast iron pan, you want to bake at 325, so as not to over bake. Okay. And just get all those ingredients into that yummy batter. Don't want anything to go to waste. Okay, I've got a prepared little bundt pan that I'm going to pour the batter in. And it's going to bake at 350 because I have an aluminum pan. Going to bake at 350 for 40 minutes, no longer than 40 minutes. If you're baking in heavy cast iron, a dark colored pan, then you want to turn your oven down to 325 and bake for maybe 45 minutes, an extra 5 minutes if you're making a quarter of a batch. If you're making a full batch, you want to bake it for a whole hour. So here we go. Make sure all those ingredients are fully incorporated. And just go ahead and line your cake pan. See what I'm doing? See all those bits of strawberries? It's going to be so yummy. Okay. And you want to level off your cake batter. So I'll just give you a rundown of all the ingredients for a full batch. You want to start off with 2 cups of sugar, granulated sugar. To that you want to cream 2 sticks of butter, unsalted butter, good unsalted butter, with 4 tablespoons, or rather 6 tablespoons of butter flavor Crisco. The Crisco adds lightness to the cake, because typically pound cakes are very heavy, but to make the batter more consistent and lighter in texture, you want to add the butter flavor Crisco. So, with the exception of making a small bundt, such as what I have here, and you want to spread the batter out evenly. See, isn't that cute? Spread the batter out evenly. Excuse the noise in the background. Spread your batter out evenly, because presentation means everything. Not only do you want your finished product to taste good, you always want it to look good. So, spread your batter out evenly in the pan. And then you want to lightly tap it on your counter, just so any air bubbles that may have formed will escape. So just lightly tap your cake batter in the pan so that any excess butter bubbles will escape. And there you have it, ready to go in the oven. 350 for 40 minutes.